All right, guys, how is everybody doing today? Welcome into Kurt Magoosh and Slaughterhouse Sports, and we are going to talk about Nicholas Iamaleava. This is a kid from Long Beach, California, 6'6" quarterback, really tall kid, tall and thin kid, but he is going to be a quarterback that we are going to watch today. And put it this way, I don't think that he's a Brock Osweiler at Arizona State. Like, I think that this kid can potentially be a very, very good college player, potentially an NFL starter. So I look at Nicholas, and he does remind you of DJ Uiagalelei because those are both big guys, right? 6'5" from California, both 5-star guys that are highly, highly touted. So we're going to watch him. He has a rigid throwing motion, but it is a very concise motion for a bigger guy. You know, he does wait on that back foot, but he definitely doesn't overstride. You see that he has the ability to throw with touch, which is very, very impressive. You're going to see that during this tape. His red zone work is his best work. I would say that throw right there, even though it's a very good placement, I would say that with a rusher in a guy's face, if I were to nitpick a 5-star, a good corner would go up and really make that a contested ball. So, you know, DJ, this is one of his best throws of the whole session. He does like Daniel Jones. These quarterback coaches are telling guys to not overstride, so a lot of times it appears he's off of his back foot. I would say his arm strength is like a 4.2 out of 5. I would say that it's not like the elitist of the elite arms, but it's really damn good. For the college level, it is tremendous. This one's in the bucket against double coverage, and what he does so well on this particular throw is he's going to hold this safety with his eyes. So he's a very, very highly intelligent quarterback, you know, that holds the safety with his eyes. And let's see if he throws this with anticipation. He does. So one of the things is he does have a very, very strong arm. His arm is very, very good. You want to see him consistently throw with anticipation, but in the red zone is where this guy is unbelievable. He's tremendous in the red zone. Here it's kind of a jump ball, or you could say it's a perfect ball to the sideline. This throw is incredible from this angle because you're going to see how efficient, Nico's throwing motion is. And you're going to see it's an earshot right past the linebacker, right over the traffic. And this is why you want a tall quarterback, because a quarterback can make a throw like this. There you see a little, he's going to show you on tape, he's going to show you different arm angles, but that is just an absolute frozen rope. So the guy's tall. When you're tall, sometimes you can have big hands. You can manipulate the football. Here's a whole shot. It's actually against single high, because I don't know if you can call it cover 2, but it's single high. There's the concept, though. It's the safety's job to get over it. So you're going to see some velocity on this football. Now, it does appear on tape like the safety could deflect this football in the air. Like right here, it's coming in. Like the safety, it seems like he could deflect it, but maybe it's just thrown on such a line that there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry for all of the jolting of the video. But Nico is a guy that, he's tall, he's composed in the pocket, and he's a 5-star. So in this era of NIL especially, when you get a kid that's a 5-star, even if Nico is a solid quarterback, even if he's not a Heisman guy, or even if he's inconsistent, it puts Josh Heupel, it puts this offensive staff, it puts Tennessee football on the map that you lure in a top 3 quarterback recruit in the 2023 class, that you get a blue chip 5-star recruit, because obviously the NIL is working for you at your university. There's going to be other receivers that want to play with Nico. He's one of the, you get a quarterback from California, so you're recruiting nationally if you're Tennessee. And this is one of the biggest recruits since Peyton Manning. So the point is that other athletes are going to be interested now in Tennessee because you are able to win a recruiting battle against Oregon. And Oregon has Phil Knight money. Oregon, in California has dominated California. Nico had a really good relationship with Dan Lanning and his staff, and Oregon recruited Nico very hard. Alabama is a school, obviously, that's Alabama. It's the benchmark. But for Nico, going to Tennessee, the Heupel offense, Heupel is probably, at this stage, and I really love Kenny Dillingham, but to Nico, he's like, I'm going to put up big numbers in the South. The NIL deal is probably going to be very, very good in the South. It's a chance to make your mark, to be kind of different than some of the other exceptional quarterbacks at the University of Oregon. And in Alabama, you have Ty Simpson. You obviously have Bryce Young. So Ty is you're really going to have to compete against a lot of quarterbacks. When you look at Tennessee's roster, they got a kid from Indianapolis, Jackson, who is a very good passer, but Hendon Hooker's going into his last year. So I'm sure Tennessee, with the NIL deal, I'm sure Nico's going to be a prohibited favorite to start as a freshman quarterback. And I don't know any of this, guys, but let's just be real here. I'm sure that for a 5-star quarterback, I'm sure that there's asking about, hey, do I have a great chance to win the job if I commit to this university? So I'm sure that he's going to be heavily favored. And put it this way, just like if you're Casey Thompson versus Quinn Ewers. Ewers is reportedly making above $5 million. So even if Thompson outperforms Ewers in camp, the boosters now at NIL are paying the coaching staff to get guys. So it's going to be very tough for a freshman for another freshman quarterback to beat out Nico. Just like Malik Murphy, it's a tough situation for the other quarterbacks, but Nico is that talented. He should be getting paid this type of money. He is that good as a recruit. I think he will be a really, really good college quarterback. Even for as much flack as DJ takes up at Clemson, he had to follow Trevor Lawrence. So I look at this prospect, and Nico is a very good quarterback. Does he have the biggest arm like a Malachi Nelson, or even the kid from Louisiana is a special kid in this class. Even Chris Parsons has a bigger arm that's going to Florida State. But Nico, I think, ironically, would have been a very good fit in the Kenny Dillingham offense. In the air raid, I think he will be all right. But even here, he does throw the ball up into double coverage a lot. So I think he will still have to learn, a little bit of the college game. I think he will, as a freshman, even make a little bit of mistakes. I think that he's going to be a very, very good quarterback. Will he be dominant at the college level? I'm not sure, but I think he's still upper echelon. And of course, for Tennessee, landing a recruit of this caliber, I mean, it's going to have a domino effect because you're now going to be on the map. You're now going to get a lot more recruits. And for Heupel and for his longevity at Tennessee, it's absolutely huge. And even more than Harrison Bailey as a recruit, this kid is going to carry a lot of clout and weight. And DJ and Nico, his personality, from what you see on interviews, very laid back, very kind, comes from a great family in Long Beach. So it's an incredibly exciting time. And he has such a big arm that, with this throw right here, he just trusts his arm to throw this ball into double coverage. And he trusts his receiver to go up and make a play. But, against SEC defenses, again, He's going to figure out that the windows will close a little bit. So again, I'm nitpicking a 5-star quarterback, but he has movement skills. He's a pocket passer as a quarterback. I'll tell you who he honestly could play like, and this is the ceiling of Nico, is Jameis Winston at Florida State. Is the ceiling for Nico. He throws, I'd say he is a better passer even than Jalen Hurts was as a passer. I mean, but he's really talented. I mean, there he palms the ball. You know, he's able to fully palm the ball and not lose the football under pressure as he's able to do it. That's because he's tall, has big hands. That's important because he's able to swoop and do a windmill with the football. He's just able to make plays that other kids are not able to make. And in the red zone, he is absolutely lights out. So you look at Jameis Winston and he throws the ball exactly like Jameis Winston, and he's also doesn't weigh as much as Winston, so he can be more fluid. Put it this way, this kid is going to play and make a difference in the SEC. I mean, you'd be very surprised, right, if he doesn't see the field or if he struggles. This kid is going to make explosive plays. He's too good in the red zone. He's too accurate. His throwing motion is too concise. He is just deadly accurate in intermediate game. In terms of throwing deep, he's pretty good. But intermediate game, middle of the field, you got to get him a tight end as well. Like, he would be great, obviously, with a Brock Bowers. But you need a tight end in the middle of the field that he can rely on as a security blanket that he can throw the back shoulders to. Get him good slot receivers. He loves throwing in the middle of the field. And with his size and height, that's the strength, is slants in the middle of the field. You got to get him a tight end in the middle of the field that could separate. He would have been absolutely great in a pro-style offense, though, Nico. So him in the air raid, because his strengths are his IQ, he does read defenses so well. He is reading safeties. So him going to Heupel's offense is an interesting fit. I'm sure he'll be successful, but even with Mark Whipple at Nebraska or even Kenny Dillingham that relies on, pro-style attacks, it would have even been a better fit because he is so good in the red zone. He's so good at manipulating the coverages. There's some quarterbacks that do very well in the air raid, like Bryce Petty, just throw the football up, guys with the biggest arms. Like, here you look at this throw, and it's a very good throw. Does the ball hang a little? It seems like it does. So I would say his arm strength is kind of like Trevor Lawrence, where it's a great arm. But is it to the arm of like a Herbert, or the Josh Allen, like, it's not one of one, but it's pretty freaking good. So could this guy be Trevor Lawrence? Like, it's possible. It is possible. Could this guy be Jameis Winston? Absolutely. Jameis Winston, but that was a pro-style offense with Jimbo Fisher. But middle of the field, man, is this guy dominant. On curls, he'll hit every time. On slants, rolling out. He's smart. He knows leverage points. Occasionally, right, he will throw in the double coverage. But Nico is going to be a guy at Tennessee. He's a big recruit for the Volunteers. Big recruit. And for Josh Heupel, who I even had a lot of question marks about, you continue to get good guys to the offensive side of the football. You do have to recruit defense, but this is a big-time get for Tennessee over Oregon, over Alabama. It's pronouncing themselves as a threat in the SEC by getting a recruit like this. And I think Nico's a really solid quarterback. Really solid. Very good. Like maybe like a 9.3 out of 10, like if I had to give a grade. He can certainly move the ball, and he's certainly going to be a 4-year starter at the college level, and he's going to be a solid quarterback for you, and you're going to win a lot of games.